When we talk about any PSU, let's first talk in general, and then obviously we'll talk specific to the context of HPCL and GAIL, right? Any PSU interview has some nuances. When we talk about HPCL, when we talk about GAIL, very clearly, both these PSUs, both these organizations have almost a similar kind of what is called procedure for conduct of the interview. The content of the interview questions are almost also similar. Both of them, both these organizations cover technical as well as non-technical areas. In HPCL, the major emphasis is on non-technical areas, personality aspects, how you behave when you come across different situations. Both these organizations conduct a group discussion, a group task, or a case study. In fact, GAIL conducts only group discussion, which means there is a topic given and there is a discussion based on that. In case of HPCL, it is a group task or a case study. Biggest difference between HPCL and GAIL. Now, this is the biggest point of difference. The difference is in case of HPCL, group discussion or group task is elimination round. That is the reason why they shortlist a much larger number of candidates. In case of GAIL and in case of almost every other PSU, group discussion or case study is not elimination round. So this is where you really need to be playing a little more careful. One of the biggest concerns which majority of you have, difficulty in speaking in English. Agreed. What is the way out? The simple way out is PSUs permit you to speak in Hindi, PSUs permit you to speak in mix of Hindi and English. In fact, organizations like SAIL, not BARC, SAIL, IOCL, even I don't know whether they are giving the option in HPCL form also or not. They are clearly asking, do you want to speak in Hindi or English or mix? Please feel free to use Hindi or mix of Hindi and English. If that option is not given in the application form, the biodata form, when the interview starts, start by answering the initial one or two questions in English, but immediately make a request, sir, please allow me to use mix of Hindi and English. Majority students commit a mistake. They say, sir, can I speak in Hindi? No. Sir, please allow me to speak in mix of Hindi and English. And they will not say no to you. UPSC permits, civil services interviews permit, engineering services interviews permit, all the PSUs permit. The only black sheep, I'm using the term black sheep I'm using past tense, was BPCL. They did not permit candidates to speak in Hindi. They say, no, please converse in English only, whether it is interview, whether it is group discussion. So in this case, there is no restriction. Feel free to converse in Hindi and English, the way you feel more comfortable. Another problem, I'm right now addressing problems which are common across the board. Another problem is you are unable to speak when questions are asked in the interview. The reason why you're not able to speak is, or you start sluttering, is you don't have any practice of speaking. You have been preparing, practicing written work only. There is no practice of spoken work. Whatever is the number of days available to you before your interview starts, start doing it immediately if you have even an iota of an issue with regard to the spoken words. Start by reading aloud 2, 3, 4 paragraphs from any book. It is technical, it is non-technical, anything, it doesn't matter. Even if it is non-technical, it will help you in expressing yourself better in case of a group discussion or a case study discussion or a group task discussion. If it is technical, obviously you will be able to speak freely when you are asked questions. जब भी किसी इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं, खासतौर पर टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस, सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस, जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है The technical words, you can't be using Hindi. I don't know what is a Hindi for a compressor or a pump. No, please, I don't know at all. So use pump and compressor. I don't know what is a Hindi for specific gravity. Use the term specific gravity. I don't know what is C10. Is there any corresponding name term for C10 number and octane number? नहीं है, तो use करो. That means to say, terminology in your answers has to be in English. तो syntax, भाषा, Hindi use करो. But other than Hindi and English, no other language is permitted. That is something which you have to bear in mind. But once again, repeating, sounding repetitive, but please practice reading out aloud for about half an hour every day. Take it for granted. It will help you deliver your answers with much more, confidence. And that is what is needed. Speaking confidently and giving wrong answers is treated as bluff. So please do not go for bluffing. The moment the panel senses that you are bluffing, you are gone. They will not give you marks which will even meet the threshold for minimum marks required in the interview and GT. So please don't make that mistake. If you don't know the answer, sorry sir, I don't know. Even if it means you are continuously saying sorry for 2-3 questions, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट अगर आपको लगता है कि एक ऐसे सब्जेक्ट से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं जो आपने रिवाइज किया ही नहीं है, in that case, after 2-3 sorries, you can say, sir, I'm sorry, but I have not revised this subject for a very long time. However, I have prepared this subject. Give the name of an alternate subject which is relevant. Irrelevant subject का नाम देने से आपको advantage नहीं मिलता. What are relevant subjects and what are not relevant subjects? I'm going to be talking about it in the context of BPCL, in the context of HPCL, as well as GAIL. There is an overlap. So it will be almost the same set of subjects for the branches that we are talking about. I'll not be covering chemical. Right? But yes, I'll address the subject requirement for the branches for which you are shortlisted in HPCL as well as in GAIL. Some of you are having diploma qualifications. That means you are shortlisted by HPCL for junior executive. The degree of difficulty of your questions will be lesser in comparison with the degree of difficulty for the executive level questions. That would be the fundamental difference when it comes to technical questions. When it comes to personality related questions, it is going to be by and large the same. The HPCL session, which was conducted a few months back, for which the video is available in the Made Easy YouTube video channel, is addressing for the giving an exhaustive coverage for the junior executive position. Please go through that. Please go through that. It will save a lot of time in today's session. And in fact, the content of that session, the hobbies part of the content of that session is useful for GAIL also. As far as the modalities of interview process are concerned, I'm going to be giving you reference of another video, which again is available in the Made Easy video YouTube channel. That is the ONGC interview guidance session. Very elaborate coverage of every single aspect, which is common across the board. Must watch, must watch. In fact, I want to have another interaction with you people, maybe after 2 days. But that is after you have gone through these 2 videos, so that I can address any questions which you may have with regard to the interview process after having gone through these videos. NPCL, I still have to conduct a session. I had said that I'll be conducting a session before the interview start, but there have been a number of sessions and mock interviews lined up. That's why I was not able to find a suitable time slot for doing that. But again, I think I'll do it during the course of the next 3 days. Tomorrow is ruled out. Tomorrow again, there are 2 sessions. In fact, the GD guidance session for GAIL as well as HPCL is going to be conducted tomorrow evening from 8 o'clock, right? You can ask your interview related doubts then also, in case you are not able to ask today. But it will be relevant to ask those doubts after you go through the ONGC and the HPCL videos, right? Now, going back to my slide, I'll start off with taking a look at what are the number of vacancies, what are the cutoffs, etc., etc. So let's take a look at that and then we'll move on. Yes. Look at the cutoff data picked up from HPCL website only, but more important to see is the number of vacancies. For junior executive assistant, the 10 vacancies, we are not discussing that. Junior executive civil, there are 19 vacancies, but the bulk of the vacancies are for mechanical engineers, junior executive, 207 vacancies. For engineer mechanical engineering stream, the number of vacancies is 72. For JE, electrical, the number of vacancies is 117, whereas number of vacancies for engineer electrical is 37. Then we have one more stream, that is civil engineers, engineer CE. For JE, there are 19 vacancies, but for engineer, it is 17 vacancies. Obviously, there is a big difference in terms of emoluments, so that's besides the point. The cutoffs are given. I'm sure you have crossed these cutoffs. That's the reason why you are shortlisted for an interview and you are having this discussion, right? Moving further, the eligible streams. As far as diploma qualification is concerned, it's very clear that you should have diploma in electrical or mechanical or civil only, no other disciplines. But as far as the engineer mechanical is concerned, then your BTech degree can be in a range of designations, in a range of nomenclatures, which are given in the left column. Likewise, for electrical, all these are part of the detailed notification of HPCL. I think it's a 105-page document. I just tried to pick up the relevant parts for discussing. For civil engineering, of course, again, there is a number of disciplines. See, one thing that is good about HPCL is they are giving opportunity to a variety of degree nomenclatures. Majority of the PSUs do not permit all these suffixes. Particularly if you take a look at mechanical engineering stream, you rarely find an organization which permits mechanical and automation engineering as eligible for vacancies against mechanical. Likewise, manufacturing science and engineering again is not acceptable. But HPCL is the only one which is giving these kinds of range of acceptable degree nomenclatures. Same thing holds good for electrical, same thing holds good for civil. You can see that civil and water engineering, civil with computer applications, civil with construction technology, all these nomenclatures are acceptable for HPCL interview. For instrumentation, again, there are variations which are permitted. Even electrical and electronics branch is eligible for instrumentation stream as far as HPCL engineer discipline is concerned. All right. Even electronics and communication, instrumentation technology, instrumentation and control, all these disciplines are permitted. Dual degree, of course, is permitted, right? Then HPCL also has vacancies for information systems or computer science discipline. Again, range of degree nomenclatures. AIDS, AIML, computers and communication engineering, CSE with specialization in cybersecurity, CSE AI, CSE AI and ML, CSE IoT, a range. All these are not acceptable in the bulk of PSUs. The coverage of interview. You are expected to know about the organization where you are going for interview, whether it is HPCL, whether it is GAIL. Subject knowledge related to your discipline. We look at the preferred subjects. One mistake which is committed by a number of students is that when they are asked which subjects have you prepared for this interview, Sir, my favorite subjects are these. Damn it, they are not asking your favorite subjects. They are asking you, have you used common sense to identify subjects which are relevant for HPCL or GAIL? So you are a civil engineer. Sir, my favorite subject is rock engineering. How is rock engineering relevant for HPCL? Not at all. Not at all. Sir, I have prepared microelectronics. Excellent. It's a very good subject, no doubt. But is there a relevance of microelectronics or VLSI for a company like HPCL or GAIL? Answer is no, it is not. There has to be a careful choice of subjects which you state that, sir, these are the subjects that I prepared. We are going to be discussing about it. We are going to be discussing about it, right? You have to know about yourself. That means knowledge about your project and internship, your achievements. Achievements can be academic, achievements can be non-academic, your strengths and weaknesses, details about family, hobbies and extracurricular activities. But most importantly, now both these organizations have one thing in common. They are from oil and gas sector. Suggestion is read the newspaper regularly, looking for news related to oil and gas sector in particular. It's important. It's important. It will be required. दोनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वेबसाइट में देयर इज अ टैब कॉल्ड मीडिया. आप उस मीडिया वाली टैब को जरूर चेक करते रहिए, बिकॉज दैट इज वेयर these organizations keep posting news about their activities or activities which are related to news which is related to their activities. For example, Hormuz Strait. It directly affects HPCL as well as GAIL. Why does it affect HPCL? Because HPCL is an oil marketing company and they are a refinery. For refinery, the raw material is crude oil. Crude oil comes from the Gulf, and the passage from Gulf to India, any port, is through the Strait of Hormuz. Need to know about it. Need to know about it. GAIL is into movement of gas. India imports bulk of gas, natural gas, as well as liquefied petroleum gas, as well as LNG, LPG. Both the gases are imported in liquefied form. But again, the passage is through Strait of Hormuz. Obviously, it is creating a lot of difficulties and we are affected. The petroleum prices, the CNG, PNG prices, they have been getting revised every now and then. Every now and then. In fact, petrol prices have crossed 100 in some states, which clearly reflects the high cost of crude oil. Crude oil is now costing in excess of $100 per barrel. A barrel is approximately 160 liters, right? You have to know about these aspects. You have to know about these aspects. The documents that I'm going to be sharing with you contain a whole lot of information about these aspects. It contains links which you can click and get the required information. I'm including links for anything which helps you get a good score, right? I'll be discussing in a little more detail about the organizations per se, HPCL and GAIL, about their business activities and what document to refer and read properly, carefully, and make notes. I'll be referring to those documents, which will be shared also with you, right? See, in any interview guidance session, the expected coverage is how to dress, entry, exit greeting, possible flow of questions, and how to handle which subjects to prepare and how to handle difficult questions. As far as the first and the second point are concerned, I would prefer not to spend time today. I want you to go through the ONGC video. Covered very elaborately. I'll show you the video. I'll share that video here also, play a little clipping so that you know what I'm talking about. The possible flow of questions, typical non-tech questions, which is what is the biggest worry for all of you. All the non-technical questions are also covered in that ONGC session. Of course, there'll be one or two questions which I'll be discussing in detail, right? That is what I'm terming as difficult questions, because that is where you get stuck. गैप को कैसे जस्टिफाई करेंगे? सर मेरा 4 साल का गैप है, क्या बोलूंगा? मैं एक फर्जी एक्सपीरियंस बता दूं उनको? नो. No fake information. Nothing which does not have a support document. They may not ask for it during the interview, but if and when they ask you, you don't want to get caught on the wrong foot. गलत इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं देनी है. इंफॉर्मेशन हाइड नहीं करनी है. इफ यू आर वर्किंग इन अ गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड यू डोंट हैव एनओसी, सर मैं उसके बारे में नहीं बताऊंगा, मैं दे दूंगा जब मैं मेरे को सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा तब मैं रिलीविंग लेटर लेके आऊंगा, या मैं बताऊंगा ही नहीं. Don't make this blunder. If you get caught at any stage during your career, even if it is after 10 years, your services will be terminated on the spot with all your retirement benefits forfeit. ऐसी गलती मत करना. आजकल बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत हो रही है. Your category, don't try to falsify your category. Once again, this is something which is coming under very close scrutiny. If these organizations have given a particular date range for your category certificates, do not try to change. Don't try to use a certificate which is not within that range. They will not accept it. It is not accepted. They have very clearly specified in the advertisement that your OBC NCL certificate or EWS certificate must be issued before this date or after this date. Comply with that. There is no escape. There is no escape, right? Opening question typically is tell us something about yourself. See, every day when I'm conducting mock interviews, the biggest blunder which candidates are making is, sir, I belong to a village near Amethi. Big deal, yeah. Your belonging to a village near Amethi does not make you a suitable candidate for any of the organizations. No. What are you trying to say? That you are related to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who is a candidate selected from Amethi or wherever. Please don't make that mistake. Straight away talk points which are related, which enable you to make it to the interview panel members. Sir, after completing my schooling from my hometown, which is Lucknow, I joined National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, to pursue my BTech in mechanical engineering. No school name, no board name, no percentage of 10th and 12th. It is not required. It does not matter at all. Sir, I completed my BTech in 2025 with an aggregate CGPA of 8.65. This is relevant. This is important. Then talk about your summer internship, summer training, 6-week summer training, or 1 semester summer training, or whatever the case may be, as applicable to your institute or university, and the BTech project. Remember, the training is observational training. ऑब्जर्वेशनल. तुमसे काम नहीं करवाते, आपको बोलते हैं कि आप ऑब्जर्व करो कि क्या एक्टिविटीज हैं जिस डिपार्टमेंट या जिस सेक्शन में आपकी पोस्टिंग होती है. विच मशीनरी, व्हाट प्रोसेसेस, व्हाट प्रोसीजर, दैट इज व्हाट यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू बी डूइंग. बीटेक प्रोजेक्ट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. Sir, my final year BTech project was, my project I'm talking about was design, fabrication and testing of digital tachometer, which was successfully completed as a member of 4-member project team. पूरा सेंटेंस 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया. पहले पार्ट में प्रोजेक्ट का टाइटल, दूसरे पार्ट में कैसे कंप्लीट किया और क्या स्टेज अचीव की. बी क्रिस्प. सर, माय प्रोजेक्ट वाज अबाउट पावर प्लांट. सेंसलेस डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ योर प्रोजेक्ट. कभी ये गलती मत करो. ओके, go through this part in the ONGC video. Every aspect is covered elaborately. Every aspect is covered elaborately. Okay. Moving to the more important part. This is a set of questions which can be giving you nightmare. But out of all these questions, we are going to be talking about just 2 or 3 questions. The rest of them are having a common footage. So ONGC video will give you the answer for every single question, right? But let's look at the first question itself. Why do you want to join HPCL or why do you want to join GAIL? It is not because of the package. It is not because it's a Maharatna or a Navratna company. Never, never ever make that statement. If it is not a Maharatna company, you will not work in this company then. No, no, sir, I will still work. So why talk about Maharatna company? The reason why you want to work in HPCL or GAIL is because as a mechanical engineer, as a civil engineer, as an electrical engineer, as an instrumentation engineer, you're getting the opportunity to work in your chosen domain. आपने जो इंजीनियरिंग किया है, जिस डिसिप्लिन में इंजीनियरिंग किया है, वो बिना किसी रीजन के तो नहीं वो चूज किया था। हो सकता है बिना रीजन के भी चूज किया होता है ऐसा भी। मेरे रैंक पे मेरे को यही ब्रांच मिल रही थी, मैंने ले लिया। बस देखी जाएगी आगे जाके क्या होगा। अब वो चीज तो नहीं बोलेंगे ना आप। You had some interest in a particular branch, that is why you chose to study that. And you're getting the opportunity to work in that discipline. You're getting work related to that branch in HPCL as well as in GAIL. That's your keen motivation to join, right? Why should we select you? What will be now? The other question which I want to talk about is work profile. Work profile in HPCL as well as in GAIL is likely to be ऑपरेशन, मेंटेनेंस, इंस्टॉलेशन, कमीशनिंग। चार कीवर्ड्स मैं यूज कर रहा हूं। ऑपरेशन, मेंटेनेंस, installation, commissioning. Installation and commissioning are coming in the context of a new project or an expansion project. Operation and maintenance is coming in case of an existing plant. Okay, right? So the work profile clearly is going to be operation and maintenance in case of running plant and installation commissioning for a new project, right? Irrespective of your branch. The rest of the questions are answered in the ONGC session. Please watch, please watch. Every single question is answered there, right? Okay. Whether it is why did you leave your previous job, why not private sector, why not go for MTech, why pursued MTech, reason for low performance in a particular semester, gap of gap after 12th, gap after BTech, 1, 2, 3 साल 4 साल का gap. Please watch that video carefully and frame your answers. Frame your answers in your words. Copy मत करना, खुद बना के बोलने की प्रैक्टिस करो. It will help you in a very big way. Okay, you will be taken at your face value rather than be taken as a copycat. You have to be seen as an original candidate rather than as a person who is trying to imitate somebody, right? HPCL, there is a very catch sentence on their website. We deliver happiness. We deliver happiness. See, HPCL may come do a corporate presentation before the start of the selection process. And the same thing may be done by GAIL also. So go through that video or presentation made by the people very carefully. The reason why it is important to go through those presentations carefully is that in the interview, there may be questions which are directly connected with the presentation made by them. You are going to get an advantage because the document which they are going to use as a reference for making these presentations or discussions or give you an insight into what HPCL is, what GAIL is, we are sharing it with you. It's already there on the website. The investor presentation document of HPCL, investor presentation document of GAIL, both these are highly relevant documents. You have to go through that. You have to go through that. You don't have to remember every number which is mentioned in that. But you should have an idea about what are the activities, what are the key highlights, total turnover, total profit, total pipeline length, what are the business verticals of each of these organizations. All these informations make a lot of sense. And unless you read, you will not be able to answer. Okay. The name which you have to remember is the name of the CMD. The name of the CMD of HPCL based on the update as of yesterday is Mr. Vikas Kaushal. And then we have the other directors, Director Refineries, Director HR, Director Marketing, and Director Finance. But the name of the CMD is most important. Vikas Kaushal is the CMD of HPCL, right? And I think Deepak Gupta is the CMD of GAIL. Deepak Gupta happens to be from my alma mater, which is Delhi College of Engineering, right? Take a look at the preferred subjects. HPCL has shortlisted for mechanical engineering, diploma or degree, both. SOM is very important. FM means fluid mechanics is one subject, fluid machinery is a second subject. When we talk about fluid machinery, you need to prepare about pumps, compressors, turbines, gas turbines in particular. Why gas turbines? Because HPCL refineries have a captive power plant which is gas-based. GAIL again has captive power plants at various major locations, which again is obviously gas-based, right? Basic thermodynamics, heat transfer, knowledge about fuels and properties, their properties, is going to be important for HPCL. You can prepare IC engines, you can prepare power plant engineering. Material science, you can have basic knowledge, but out of these subjects, you can choose 4 or 5. But the first two are a must. You have to. You cannot ignore these subjects. And even knowledge about fuels and properties is necessary, not to be overlooked, right? We'll take a look at the GAIL subject separately, even though I have used this same slide as a base for GAIL, but we'll see if there is any change required. Civil engineering, SOM is very important. CPM, project management, contract handling, contract making and evaluation, both are going to play a very important role as a civil engineer. Building materials, soil mechanics or geotech, structural analysis, environmental engineering, earthquake engineering, all these are important. All these are important. Pick up 4 or 5 subjects and be ready to face questions related to that. Remember one thing, इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चंस आपके आंसर के बेस पे फ्लो करते हैं. आपने अपने आंसर में कोई टर्म यूज किया तो उसी टर्म से लेके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड. Simple example. What are the different theories of failure? How many theories of failure are there? Sir, there are 6 theories of failure. Okay, which are, name them. आपने name करना शुरू कर दिया. This particular theory is used for which application or for which type of material? Why this? Why not the other one? Again, this is based on the answers that you are providing. In mechanical, I had used a subject thermodynamics. Okay, what are the different laws of thermodynamics? Name them and describe them. Why is there a 0th law? Why not a 4th law or a 3rd law? Right? Again, there is a rationale. There is a rationale for it, right? They could even ask you about Archimedes' principle. Don't be surprised. It connects with fluid mechanics, right? For electrical machines is very important. Machines will include, when we talk about AC machines, we are talking about transformers, we are talking about synchro machines, we are talking about alternators, we are talking about induction machines. And then you can say separately for DC machines. AC machines is a separate subject, DC machines is a separate subject. But don't specify transformers as one subject, induction machines as second subject. Sir, I have not prepared about synchro machines. That's not an acceptable proposition, please. Okay, power electronics can be stated. Control systems is a very important subject if you can prepare well. Power systems is important, but here the generation and the distribution part is relevant. Why distribution? Because every refinery of HPCL has a residential complex where obviously the captive power is getting distributed, right? Measurements can be chosen, analog electronics can be chosen, EMT can be chosen, network can be chosen. Choose whichever. All are relevant. All are relevant, right? For instrumentation, the subjects are common for GAIL as well as for HPCL. Process control instrumentation or industrial instrumentation is important. Sensors and transducers, extremely important. Knowledge of control valves will be always beneficial to you. Control systems, again, is a subject which can be prepared. PID diagrams, you can. Measurements can be a subject that can be prepared. Analog electronics, digital electronics, these are the subjects that you can prepare. There is a book which I always talk about. That is the title of the book is Lessons in Industrial Instrumentation by Tony Kupfart. You can download this book from pdfdrive.com. It's a very elaborate book, and you can refer to the chapter for the content that you are looking for. You don't have to read the entire book. The entire book is nearly 4,000 pages. No, just pick up the specific chapter which you want to cover and go to that particular page. Very exhaustive, very useful, and contains a lot of knowledge. The vacancies, this is for GAIL, right? The total number of vacancies of electrical in GAIL is 16, instrumentation is 21, mechanical is again 16. And there are 17 vacancies for chemical, making a total of 70 vacancies, out of which there is a reservation for the candidates which are from the persons with benchmark disabilities, right? GAIL is the leading natural gas company, has a very significant presence across the entire natural gas value chain. Whether it is the transportation of gas, whether it is the city gas distribution. When we say gas, we are talking about natural gas, petroleum gas. When we say natural gas, we are talking about LNG, LPG, not LPG. LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. We are talking about piped natural gas, that is PNG. We are talking about compressed natural gas, which is CNG. Whatever CNG pumps you are seeing are invariably in collaboration with GAIL. GAIL is the supplier, and then the subsequent distribution is done by a local partner and with the city government, right? GAIL owns and operates very extensive network of pipelines, almost 18,400 plus kilometers, and it's present in multiple verticals, right? Just like I had highlighted the degrees which are acceptable in case of HPCL, the same coverage is for GAIL also. For instrumentation, they have listed out a number of variations: instrumentation, instrumentation and control, electronics and instrumentation, electrical and instrumentation, only electronics, and electrical and electronics. One candidate had sent a question saying that, sir, I have applied for electronics. I applied for instrumentation and my degree is electronics. Am I acceptable? Answer is yes, you are acceptable, right? For electrical, again, there are variations. BTech electrical, BTech electrical electronics and power, BTech electrical and electronics, BTech electrical and power, all acceptable. For mechanical, there is a restriction. For mechanical, your degree should be in mechanical engineering, production and industrial engineering, manufacturing, or mechanical and automobile. Mechanical and automation engineering is not covered in GAIL. Please make sure. Okay, you should not feel disappointed if they don't allow you to appear for interview if your degree does not conform to any of these nomenclatures, right? Subjects preferred for GAIL. As far as electrical engineering is concerned, it's the same set of subjects. It's just exact replica of the HPCL slide. But when it comes to mechanical, instrumentation, again, it's the same slide which is replicated here also. I have not made any change. For mechanical, again, the subjects are identical. The reason why they are identical is because the business is similar. The only difference is in case of HPCL, they are an oil marketing company. In case of GAIL, they are a gas movement company. But in terms of technical requirements, it's similar, right? Deepak Gupta is the CMD of GAIL. And then we have the other directors. They are not likely to ask you the names of other directors except the name of the CMD. You should remember, right? Vikas Kaushal for HPCL, Deepak Gupta for GAIL, right? The different verticals of GAIL are natural gas transmission and marketing, LPG and LHC, liquid hydrocarbons, LHC, right? Then liquid hydrocarbon production, petrochemical complex, types, different variety of petrochemicals. You have HDP, LDP, PP, and PTA. You know the expansions. They will not get into details. They are the domain of chemical engineers. City gas distribution with IGL and MGL. MGL is Mahanagar Gas Limited, which is based in Mumbai. IGL is Indraprastha Gas Limited, which is based in Delhi. And they have 6 joint ventures, which means they are covering 6 different cities. Exploration and production of crude oil and gas. There are a total of 10 blocks spread across India and Myanmar. Independently, jointly with ONGC and Oil India, right? They have a good footprint of renewable energy. The total installed capacity from wind energy and solar energy is 154 megawatts. GAILTEL is their telecom subsidiary, where they are generating a significant chunk of revenue now. The entire distribution network is used for optical fiber cable network, based on which they are offering the bandwidths to the independent internet service providers, the ISPs, right? They are having a biogas vertical, and then they are also having a presence in green hydrogen. See, when we talk about green hydrogen, they already have a 10 megawatt plant which is already commissioned, right? Electronics, we are skipping. Computer science, again, we are skipping. This was there in case of the old one, right? That was with regard to the 2 organizations. But please correct me if I'm wrong. HPCL would have asked you to submit or fill up a biodata form where they are raising a few questions. How to answer those questions? Please, first of all, write in the chat box whether they have asked you to fill up a form or not. Anybody in the chat, you can write. If they have asked you to fill up the questions, then I'll share. They have not provided any form till now. Kumar says yes for HPCL. Kumar, by any chance, do you have that form available with you which you can share? Otherwise, I want to share a document. Pavitra, have you retained the PDF of that application form? In the previous cycle, they asked to fill, but till today, there is no update on it in the present round. Okay, seniors told me at the time of interview they will give. What exactly does it mean, Kumar? Are you saying that at the time of interview they will ask you to fill up on the spot? No, that's not done by them. That's not done. That's not done. Let me try pulling out a document which is a list of possible questions. Let me see if I can bring it. I want to share the how of filling up that form. In fact, there is a video. I don't want to run the video right now, but I'll share it in the document folder, which I'm sharing. I'll just run a little clipping just to give you an idea. In fact, I'll run the clipping of each of the reference videos that I'm talking about. Okay, they will ask you to fill up at the time of interview. That means at the venue of the interview, are you saying, Sai Kumar? I'm not so sure. Maybe they are trying to check your memory whether you are writing the same thing which you filled up earlier or not. Maybe that's the objective. But anyway, never mind. I want to run this small little clipping. I will not run the full clipping. No. I'll just play a small snippet. Pull out that application form. I hope this is clearly visible to all. So I'm talking about these questions. The first question to fill up that we have. So these are the questions which you have to be addressing in your own language. And the questions which they have asked this year are the same as the question which they asked last year. Now, I had the last year's question, and then somebody sent me the questions which have been asked in the questionnaire this year, and they are just identical. Remember, they have given a word limit, maximum number of words in which your answer should be given. The first question. I hope you can hear clearly. Motivation for pursuing your field of education, which means the reason why you opted to study electrical engineering or mechanical engineering or civil engineering or instrumentation engineering or whatever is your branch of study, right? Here,
Don't write that I always dreamt to be an electrical engineer. No, that will not be the right answer.
So I'll include this video. I'll include this video.
Your interest in the working, your desire to know what working of electrical gadgets, maybe the working of fan, maybe the working of the tube light, maybe the working of.
See, I'll include this video in the shared documents. You can go through it. It will help you frame a few answers if these questions are asked in the interview also. So it will definitely prove to be useful for you. It will definitely prove to be useful for you, right? Then there are a couple of other documents which I wanted to just want you to have a look at. Let me just share it one by one. See, right. Right. This is the investor presentation of GAIL. This is one document which I was talking about. I mentioned you about going through the investor presentation. This will give you an idea about what is GAIL all about. You don't have to read any other information from anywhere else. You simply go through the contents of this investor presentation. In fact, the first first 6 slides have nothing except there is only one slide which is of use where the name of the CMD is mentioned. That is Mr. Deepak Gupta, right? And he's also holding charge of director projects. They are going to be recruiting an independent person as director projects. Earlier, he was director projects, and subsequently, he got elevated as the CMD, right? This is the important slide. Then you have the GAIL business portfolio, which means the range of activities of GAIL. This is important to be gone through. What are the various group activities, right? Then the shareholding pattern. The government of India holds 51.52%. That's why it's a central public sector enterprise, CPSC, right? Then we take a look at CSR initiatives. Then this is like statistical information related to the quantum of gas which is being transmitted year after year, the natural gas marketing by GAIL, then petrochemicals and hydrocarbons, their statistics year after year, right? You need to remember just some ballpark figures, all right? Financial performance highlights. Turnover. This is the number which is important. This number is important, right? These figures are in crores of rupees. 1,38,000 crores is the turnover for financial year 25-26. When we say financial year 25-26, we are referring to the financial year from 1st April 2025 to 31st March 2026. That's the number which is required to be remembered. Profit after tax is another number which is required to be remembered, which has fallen down by almost 40% to close to 7,000 crores only, right? 1,38,000 is the turnover and 7,000 crores is the profit, not high in terms of percentage, right? Then these are key financial ratios. You can just ignore it. Balance sheets, you can again ignore. You're not expected to know. But the numbers related to the gross turnover and the profit after tax, these are the only numbers which you need to remember, right? That's it. A breakup of the capital expenditure, how much money is being spent in setting up new pipelines. 30% of the total capital expenditure, that is 2,900 crores, is spent towards pipeline making, right? Read this, and then there is another video which is there on the website, the corporate video of GAIL, that you can go through. I'll try including that also in the shared folder, or at least a link so that you can click it and watch it, right? This was one part of it. Then we have this was the I was talking about the ONGC video, the ONGC interview guidance session, which is there on the Made Easy YouTube channel. This is the one which I'm talking about. Again, you are able to see this. You are subjected to group discussion is what is written by Mahendra. Question is answered in depth. Greeted Charlie, I'll look at that later. Every single question is getting addressed in depth. You can watch it, but watch it without engaging yourself in something else. That means When you are watching this, let there be no Facebook or Twitter or WhatsApp opened simultaneously when you are going through this. It is important. It's important. It is for your own benefit, right? GAIL, let me close. There is a document which is similar to the one which I have shown you for GAIL. I'll show you for HPCL also. Investor presentation, the fourth quarter of 25-26. Here we are. This is the document with regard to HPCL. Similar content, HPCL at a glance, business review, what are the future plans, the highlights of the organization. Incidentally, HPCL is owned, majority ownership of HPCL is with ONGC. 54.9% of equity is owned by ONGC and not President of India. Doesn't matter. Right? It's a 100-year-old company, more than 100-year-old, established in 1911 and then paved its way up to the present status. Delivering happiness is the tagline. Remember it, delivering happiness is the tagline. Right? What are the business activities? Market sales, pipelines, JVs, research and development, refining. The total refining capacity of HPCL alone is 24.5 million metric tons per annum, and of joint ventures is another 11.3. There is a joint venture of HPCL in Punjab, Bhatinda with Mittals, right? Natural gas, they have received authorization for setting up city gas distribution in 14 states, right? And a 5 million metric tons per annum LNG terminal by a special purpose vehicle which has been formed, HPLNG. Okay, they are having installed capacity of 235 megawatts by way of wind and solar energy, right? Refining capacity by way of their own refineries is in Mumbai and Vizag, and by way of the joint venture, it is in Bhatinda, Punjab, HPCL Mittal Energy Limited, right? They are also setting up a big refinery in Rajasthan in collaboration with the Rajasthan state government, right? The name is HRRL, HPCL Rajasthan Refinery Limited. Again, it's a JV, not yet commissioned, but very close to getting commissioned. And in HRRL, HPCL has a 74% stake. The biggest capacity in lube refining is of HPCL, and it is in Mumbai with a capacity of 428 tons per annum. Pipeline network, gas network, lube depots, and the works. Need to read this. Even if you read nothing else from the website, it's more than adequate because it takes care of the requirement from the interview perspective. All right. I guess this is what I had to cover. Now, your questions. You can start raising your questions. You can raise your hand one by one and I'll unmute you. And tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we are going to be talking about GD. But before that, I'll send you a mail which will give you the links for this ONGC and the HPCL video clippings so that you can watch it subject to availability of time at your end. I know you people are very busy, but then for your preparation, I think you'll have to find some time. You can write in the chat box, okay, I'm currently working at Reliance Refinery. GAIL also operates. Ashok, I'll unmute you if it is okay with you. Yes. The big question for you will be, why do you want to leave Reliance?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, beta. The question for you is, why do you want to leave Reliance and move to GAIL or wherever?
Yes,
So
sir.
the biggest reason is I want to work in a government organization. Simple enough. And why a government organization? ONGC video gives you the answer. There are
Okay.
a number of pluses for that. Right?
Sir, एक्चुअली मैंने ये एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में मेंशन नहीं किया है, तो उसका
कितना टाइम आपने रिलायंस में काम किया है?
यानी एज ए ट्रेनी हूँ, 7-8 मंथ हुआ है, 2025 पास आउट, 2025 पास आउट।
तो ना भी मेंशन करो तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
सर इंटरव्यू में बता सकता हूँ यदि वो
बता
पूछे
सकते
मेरे
हो,
को कि।
बता सकते हो, बता सकते हो।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
बोले अगर भरा क्यों नहीं है सर, आई एम स्टिल अ ट्रेनी, दैट्स व्हाई आई डिड नॉट फिल अप। कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। बट
ओके
देन दे
सर।
विल आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू योर की लर्निंग्स एंड दैट यू शुड बी रेडी टू आंसर।
यस सर।
और और तो नहीं है कुछ? दीप, दीप, आई एम जस्ट अनम्यूटिंग यू एंड देन आई विल अनम्यूट साई कुमार। साई कुमार, जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट। दीप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए बेटा। If you have not joined as a JRF, then you do not require NOC.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, this month means tomorrow, I think I'll be joining as a ZRF at IIT Guwahati. So, sir,
Okay.
it is purely contextual. It is
And
mentioned as
when is your
11 months
interview?
only. Sir, interview has happened 15 days before. I have received the offer letter for JRF and I'll be
No,
joining
no, no, no,
tomorrow.
no. I'm talking about the PSU.
Sir, for HPCL, they haven't sent the mail yet, sir. So I don't know regarding.
Just
Okay,
remain
sir.
silent. Don't even utter a word about JRF.
Yes, sir. Sir, and actually, sir, it's mentioned there is 11 months temporary basis. So I think NOC require नहीं है ना
No,
सर?
they won't. अभी तो आपने ज्वाइन करना है ना बेटा।
हाँ सर,
तो जाते ही तो आप एनओसी के लिए अप्लाई भी नहीं कर सकते।
हाँ सर,
तो इट इज सेफर टू नॉट इवन टॉक अबाउट इट।
यस सर, डेफिनेटली। ओके
आपको फेयर रिम्बर्समेंट नहीं होगा। सो डोंट लुक फॉर द फेयर रिम्बर्समेंट। अगर फेयर रिम्बर्समेंट के चक्कर में अगर आप इसको मेंशन कर दोगे तो देन यू आर ओपनिंग डिफिकल्टीज फॉर यू। आप समझ गए?
नहीं समझे सर, मतलब
बेटा अगर आप ट्रैवल एक्सपेंसेस की रिम्बर्समेंट के चक्कर में अपना गुवाहाटी का एड्रेस देना चाहते हो उनको, देन यू आर गोइंग टू बी इन ट्रबल।
नो सर, आई एम फ्रॉम गुवाहाटी itself. It's my
If you are
hometown
from
actually.
Guwahati itself, then IIT Guwahati does not exist for you.
Yeah,
Simple.
definitely,
You getting
definitely, sir.
me?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
No
Sir, one
mention
more
of
doubt.
JRF.
Can I ask you?
हाँ.
Sir, I passed out in the year 2024. From then on,
Does not matter. Sir, I was preparing for competitive exam with the objective of getting a job. I appeared in GATE. I could not get a good score. I appeared in other PSU exams. That is the story you have to.
Yes,
But
sir.
the moment
Okay.
you talk about JRF and IIT Guwahati, you are stuck.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You getting me? I hope there is
Yes.
no ambiguity in your mind. अगर
Yes, sir.
है तो अभी भी क्लियर कर लो।
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, I was missing final merit list of two PSUs by very less marks. Near misses
तो
happened.
उसी
So,
की बात करना,
okay, okay.
उसी की बात
Yes,
करना, जेआरएफ की बात ही मत करना बेटा।
definitely, sir. Thank you.
कोई डाउट तो नहीं है ना बेटा?
नहीं सर, नहीं है, नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि उसके चक्कर में तुम अपने हाथ से एक अपॉर्चुनिटी ना मिस कर दो बस।
हाँ सर, हाँ।
दैट इज माय ओनली वरी। ऑल राइट, ओके।
यस सर, थैंक
ओके,
यू सर।
राइट। शुभम अनम्यूट करो बेटा।
यस सर।
यस बेटा, बोलिए।
सर मैं अभी बीटेक थर्ड ईयर में हूँ,
हम्म।
मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग से।
हम्म।
सर मेरा एचपीसीएल का जेईओ का रिटर्न निकला है, उसका इंटरव्यू देना है।
किसका निकला है?
एचपीसीएल जूनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर।
ओके, आपने डिप्लोमा के बाद डिग्री ज्वाइन किया है?
यस सर, लैटरल इनटेक के थ्रू।
हाँ ठीक है, ठीक है, दीजिए आप।
तो सर डिप्लोमा मेरा सर 2022 में हुआ था, उसके बाद 3 साल का गैप हो गया, उसके बाद 25 में मैंने बीटेक ज्वाइन किया था। तो
ट्वेंटी
सर उसे
फाइव में
गैप।
आपने बीटेक ज्वाइन किया, दैट मीन्स आप 3 साल वाले बीटेक के अब सेकेंड ईयर में हैं।
यस सर, थर्ड ईयर में।
हाँ मतलब, बट 1 साल और रहेगा ना अभी।
यस सर। सर ये 3 ईयर के गैप में सर गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम पीएसयू की प्रिपरेशन किया है,
तो
और
वही बोलो,
कई।
बोलना भी वही है।
तो सर गैप का सर कैसे जस्टिफाई
यही
करूं?
बोल के बोलना है ना कि मैं तैयारी करता रहा, मेरी प्रोग्रेस बहुत स्लो हुई, अब जाके मेरे को पहला इंटरव्यू कॉल आया है। बट अब आपके लिए एक और मुश्किल खड़ी होगी। अगर आप अपनी बीटेक के बारे में बताएंगे तो आप फंस जाएंगे। विल यू अबंडन योर बीटेक इन केस यू आर सेलेक्टेड बाय एचपीसीएल? अगर आप बीटेक के बारे में बताओगे तो वो सीधा सवाल ये पूछेंगे कि क्या अपनी बीटेक अबंडन करेंगे, क्या छोड़ेंगे क्या? फिर क्या जवाब देंगे?
सर यही डाउट था सर, क्योंकि
आपको
मेंशन कर
बीटेक के
दिया है
बारे में
फॉर्म में।
साइलेंट रहना पड़ेगा। पर रियलिटी में क्या है, आप रियलिटी बताओ ना, कि अगर आपका सिलेक्शन हुआ तो बीटेक छोड़ोगे क्या? क्योंकि दोनों चीजें एक साथ नहीं चल सकती।
ये सर बीटेक छोड़ देंगे।
हाँ, तो फिर उस केस में आप, अगर बीटेक के बारे में बताना है तो आप वहां पे भी यही चीज बोलिए, सर मेरे लिए जॉब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। समझ गए?
ये सर।
कोई कंफ्यूजन तो नहीं है?
नहीं सर, वही क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग हुआ तो मतलब।
सिंपल, स्टिक टू द स्टैंड कि मेरे लिए जॉब जरूरी है। ओके, राइट,
यस सर।
ठीक है। और कोई क्वेश्चन?
सर ये प्राइवेट इंडस्ट्री को ज्वाइन नहीं किए थे डिप्लोमा के बाद, तो सर
तो
उसमें
बेटा
सर
आप वो
क्या।
वाला सेशन वॉच करोगे तो प्राइवेट क्यों नहीं किया उसका आंसर मिलेगा ना, है या नहीं?
यस सर।
करो, वॉच जरूरी है। ठीक है, ऑल राइट,
यस सर।
ठीक है, ओके। कुमार, आई जस्ट कम टू यू। अरिहंत अनम्यूट कर दीजिए।
Good evening, sir.
यस बेटा, प्लीज।
Sir, I have an interview of BARC scheduled on 4th of June, and I
हम्म,
have an interview for GAIL scheduled on 9th of June, and I have my ESC mains examination on
बेटा
21st
उसके
of
बारे
June.
में तो तुमको, अगर आप नहीं इंटरव्यू देना चाहते हो, इट इज योर कॉल, बट देयर विल बी नो चेंज इन द डेट्स ऑफ द इंटरव्यूज।
No, no, sir. Sir,
हाँ
my question was that on what means on which exam I should be prioritizing the most.
बेटा, एग्जाम
As
तो तुम्हारे हो चुके हैं ना, सिवाय ईएससी मेंस के। अब तो सिर्फ
yes, sir.
इंटरव्यू रह गया ना।
Yes, sir. Sir,
इंटरव्यू के लिए तुमको 10 घंटे नहीं लगाने हैं।
okay, sir.
तुमने आज का सेशन अटेंड किया, तुम कल का सेशन अटेंड करो, और जो
Yes, sir.
वीडियोस हैं वो जरूर देख लो।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, उसके अलावा जो तुम्हारी प्रिपरेशन मेंस के लिए चल रही है वो काफी हेल्पफुल होगी, बट बोलने
Okay.
की प्रैक्टिस कर लेना, ताकि अपने आप को आप एक्सप्रेस कर पाओ प्रॉपरली।
Okay, sir.
समझ गए?
Okay, sir.
दैट्स इट।
Thank you
ठीक
so
है,
much, sir.
ओके, राइट। Arun, I am going to be conducting a session tomorrow. The reason why I don't conduct any online practice sessions is that I invite 30 people और उसमें से 3 लोग भी नहीं आते. It's a waste, complete waste of my time. I have to block my time for doing it, and end of the day, 3 people come out of 30 who are invited. It doesn't serve any purpose for me. So I stopped doing it. But there are no in-center sessions which are possible. The only possibility is online, but then the absence is forcing me not to waste my time. I can give it a shot, but not during the next 3 days. Maybe on Friday evening, I can try to schedule one such session. Definitely, I don't mind doing it. As long as people join. As long as people join. That's it. I'll send an invitation to all the people. If there are more people, then I'll conduct 2 separate case studies in the same very session, but then subject to the attendance. All right. Sai Kumar, please unmute.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, beta, be louder.
Actually, sir, I had completed my diploma in 2023 and followed by BTech in the same without any means without any gap.
Hmm.
But I got offer. I means I get shortlisted for junior executive officer mechanical.
Hmm.
But what if they ask why didn't you write for mechanical engineer position, and why did you choose only junior executive officer
Sir,
as you had done BTech?
I applied for junior executive because I had completed diploma. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I have not, I am going to complete BTech now. Though I was eligible, but I was not confident of clearing the written exam. That is why I decided to focus on the exam conducted for diploma position. Was the date of the exam the same?
Sir, same exam, same shift. Actually, I applied for both junior executive officer and mechanical engineer to write if the different shifts will be conducted. But the exam was same shift, same date only.
So then you
Both
say
the
that, sir, I
examination.
was better prepared to handle the exam for junior executive position. That is why I decided to skip the engineer exam. Say it in plain words. Don't be
Yes.
shy.
Yes, sir.
There is no other explanation. You did it. Reason is this only, now what I'm stating.
Yes, sir.
So just make the same statement. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Anybody else?
Sir, sorry to bother you again, sir.
Please go
Can I
ahead,
ask
beta.
you something regarding my previous question?
बोलिए बेटा, बोलिए बोलिए.
सर, एक ऐसा होता है क्या अगर मैं बोल दूं कि मैं जेआरएफ नहीं कर रहा हूँ और वो खुद से चेक करते हैं क्या, मतलब
वो
बैकग्राउंड
अपने
चेक
आप
करते
नहीं
हैं क्या?
चेक करेंगे.
फिर मतलब ये आईआईटी गुवाहाटी अगर गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन हो गया फिर मतलब
अपने आप वो कुछ नहीं करेंगे.
अच्छा सर,
आप एक काम करो ना, आईआईटी गुवाहाटी में जाके उनसे 15 दिन का एक्सटेंशन के लिए रिक्वेस्ट कर दो.
अच्छा सर.
कब ज्वाइन करना है तुमको आईआईटी गुवाहाटी में?
सर मतलब अभी 10 days टाइम था, 26 को ही आया है मेल. 26
तो आपके
किसी ने.
पास 5 तारीख तक का टाइम है ना.
हाँ, 5 तारीख
तो
तक
आप
था.
5 तारीख को चले जाओ
हाँ
और उनको राइटिंग में रिक्वेस्ट कर दो कि सर मेरे को 10 दिन का एक्सटेंशन दे दीजिए.
सर, लेकिन वो ऑफिसर का मेल भी नहीं आया एचपीसीएल का, इसलिए मतलब 10 दिन में होगा वो श्योर भी नहीं है.
तो 1 महीने का एक्सटेंशन ले लो.
हाँ सर. सर, ये इशू हो सकता है कि अगर वो ये तो टेम्पोररी पोजीशन है प्योरली,
बेटा
इसलिए मतलब
कोई
कुछ.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. आप मेंशन मत करना इंटरव्यू में.
हाँ सर, मतलब
बस
मुझे ऐसा लगा कि गवर्नमेंट
आप
इंस्टीट्यूशन है
साइलेंट
इसलिए.
रहना. आप साइलेंट रहना.
हाँ, मुझे गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन इसलिए.
जब आप छोड़ोगे सिलेक्शन के केस में, तो आपका कोई बॉन्ड तो है नहीं है जेआरएफ
नहीं
का.
है सर, हाँ नहीं है.
अगर बॉन्ड नहीं है तो प्रॉपरली रिजाइन करके रिलीविंग लेटर लेने के बाद निकलना. ओके.
हाँ सर.
और इसमें पीएफ वगैरह का नंबर भी नहीं जनरेट होगा.
नहीं होगा सर शायद.
तो बस फिर कोई टेंशन नहीं है.
प्योरली कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल लिखा है.
बट इंटरव्यू में मेंशन मत करना. नहीं, कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल में भी बनता है बट इस पोजीशन के लिए शायद नहीं बनेगा जेआरएफ के
हाँ
लिए.
सर. हाँ हाँ.
ठीक है.
ठीक है सर. ओके,
ओके.
थैंक यू सो मच.
राइट. Kumar, I don't know Hindi even little bit. Can I inform in GD beforehand? See, you don't have to inform because anyway they'll accept English as your language, no? So why do you worry? You can unmute if you want, Kumar.
Yes, sir, but others opinions I can't understand if they
You can
talk in
request,
Hindi.
you can check with the moderator, sir. I don't understand Hindi at all. So if it is possible to put me in an English only group, if possible, I'll be grateful. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's it. ठीक है ना? Dates are not given. It can come anytime now. It can come anytime. Maybe in the next week you will get the dates. Okay.
Sir, actually, some of the dates were started coming for some of the posts
Hmm.
regarding the 12th June 2026. So
Hmm.
I would like to add the answer for that question. For us also, maybe in those 3 days, we may be expected from 12th June to
There is a
15th.
possibility. There is a possibility. Yes. See, because I think HPCL is calling a much bigger number of candidates for the GD and interview. The reason is that GD is elimination round. Other PSUs are calling generally 3 times or 4 times the number of vacancies, but HPCL calls a much bigger number. The reason is GD being an elimination round. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can expect in the coming week. But yes, in every possibility, interviews will be starting from the 12th of June.
Sir,
Wow.
again, I am one small problem I had regarding I am a South Indian. I am a I am Telugu fluent, but from my school days, I am not fluent in English. Means I can handle English, I can speak English, I can understand English, but
You see, they
in
will
the
not
between.
permit you to speak in Telugu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hindi they will permit, but Telugu will not be acceptable. So my suggestion is practice reading out aloud for about half an hour to 1 hour every day. It will help you in a very big way.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
That will be
Are
very
there?
useful for you.
Okay, sir. Yeah, are there any solutions adding up to that point after that? Means studying and also after, is there any tips to get English fluent?
Practicing to read out aloud is the best way of being fluent in English.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to join any courses or anything if you are wanting to know that. No. Just read out aloud and that's it. See, I have been speaking for the last 1.5 hours.
Yes, sir.
I'm not speaking at a fast pace. You are able to understand me very clearly. Even if you try to speak in the same manner in which I am speaking, it's more than adequate. I have not used even one single difficult word. Is there any word which you're not able to understand?
No, sir, I understand everything.
Then please use similar kind of spoken English and you will be very fine.
Yes, sir.
I intentionally cover everything in English. There is only one reason for that. Even if somebody is permitted to answer in Hindi, but they may ask questions in English. No? So I want you to get used to understanding the spoken English. You may speak in Hindi, not in your case because you'll find it difficult even to speak in Hindi, is it not?
Yes, sir. I didn't even know some of the Hindi words.
But whatever I have spoken today, I'm sure you have understood everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood.
The only reason is because of the specific choice of words that I've been using. And it is coming automatically. It is not that I'm, premeditating and speaking those words. No, it comes like that only. All right.
Yes, sir. Very much thank you for this session, sir. I am very much happy to say this and
Thank you.
grateful.
We'll meet again tomorrow. My suggestion I'll send the mail with the links of ONGC and HPCL video. Please watch it as much as possible so that tomorrow's interaction will be even more beneficial. And you can ask any further doubts after the GD part is over. Okay. Anybody else has a question, please unmute and ask.
Sir, where will you share these PDFs and all in
I'll send
the
it by
official
mail.
Telegram?
I'll be mailing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. Sairamya, I'll be mailing. I'll send everything what I've spoken by mail. Don't worry. Any other question which anybody has, you can unmute and ask. Otherwise, we'll meet once again tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. Practice speaking. That is the key to success. It's very important. Yes, beta.
सर टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट के लिए सर स्टैंडर्ड बुक को यूज कर सकते हैं
स्टैंडर्ड
और
बुक बिल्कुल यूज कर सकते हो. कौन से सब्जेक्ट के लिए आप पूछ रहे हो?
सर थर्मोडायनेमिक्स श्रोम
थर्मोडायनेमिक्स के लिए कौन सी है? पीके नाग है ना?
यस सर.
That is a very standard book.
सर श्रोम के लिए सर कौन सा स्टैंडर्ड बुक यूज कर सकते
सोम के लिए तो कोई भी यूज कर लो यार. मेरे को पता
हैं
नहीं आजकल कौन सी बुक चलती है. हमारे टाइम पे तो वी स्टडीड फ्रॉम book written by Dr. Gurbakh Singh, who was our professor in DC. But I think BC Punamiya is a very standard book. It still rules very strong. And
Sir,
then,
also one more query.
yes,
Sorry
ma'am.
for interruption, sir.
Bolo.
Yeah, we all wanted some of the means. I am from mechanical. Is there any book that consists of all interview questions related to mechanical?
But of that you can buy from ADZ. There is a collection. Interview guidance booklets are there. You can call on this number, which I'm just writing in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
And get the details. 8800782323. Okay. And the document which I'm sharing, they have one book in question answer form related to pumps. It's a very exhaustive coverage of almost any question that can be asked related to pumps. And there are other books also. There is one book related to compressors. There is one book related to something else. There are 2-3 books which I'm sharing in the folder. Okay. So let's meet once again tomorrow and carry it forward. Thank you very much. My best wishes and bless you all.
Thank you, sir.